This was supposed to be a normal Saturday. I was supposed to wake up, I was gonna pull the 109 out, wash it, go for me a nice little ride before it gets too hot, and it didn't turn out that way. So I found out the 109 is broken. Well, no, it's not broken, but it's not rideable right now. And yeah, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. I felt like I was finally making some progress on a good path with getting things done and coming back to a semi-normal life involving some riding, but I knew something like this was coming. And I went to get on the bike full of excitement, went to start the bike up, and something just felt off. And it was like the feedback that I was getting from the clutch wasn't something that I was used to. Friction zone and the overall feel of the clutch handle just didn't feel normal, because the 109 already has a heavy clutch feel to begin with, but what I was experiencing was completely opposite from that. So I decided to take a look and thought that, maybe it just needs to be adjusted. And after peeling back that cover, I realized that the clutch cable was 100% the problem and the cause of what I was feeling. And I found out also that there was no more room for adjustment because the cable split. Oh, that makes sense. I can't win. Gotta change that out now. And I'm not surprised that the cable finally decided to just quit. But, the bike has 38,000 miles on the stock clutch. So at some point the cable was gonna go. But it's just crazy to me that instead of just breaking, the cable decided to split off into its own little thing. One cable goes here, one piece of the cable goes here, one piece of the cable goes there. And it's just kind of interesting how well those OEM parts hold up. So instead of going back with another brand, going back with steel braided, I went ahead and picked up a stock cable. Why? Because if I can get 38,000 miles out of a stock cable, there's a good chance I can probably get another 38,000 out of a stock cable. And of course, that could change. I could decide to go steel braided at some point. I do have to change my brake lines at some point as well. Some of you recommend it go steel braided. Some of you recommend it go hydraulic clutch. But in my case, I tend to stick with OEM because OEM just works. You don't have to, there's nothing to try to figure out. OEM gives me confidence. And it's not like changing the clutch cable is something that's hard to do. I just waited till it cooled down a little bit. That's all. It took a lot longer than I expected, mostly because it's just a little bit tough to move that rubber between all those crevices. But the cable's installed and I'm just gonna probably put all this stuff back together tomorrow, but I still have to adjust the cable. Just the easy part. But yeah, new cable's done. But yeah, I changed the cable out. Easy, simple process, especially on the 109. You take it off from the top, take the panel off, take it off from the bottom, reroute the cable, adjust it at the bottom, adjust it at the top per the manual, of course. And if you guys need a manual to the M109, I'll always have a link to it in the description of my my workshop videos. So definitely check that out if you need a copy of the manual. But yeah, it's an easy process. It's just one of those things where it's like you don't expect it. But being that I have this new cable and I unfortunately can't use the old one, I would have liked to be able to take the old one off and put it under the seat, because a lot of people do that in case something happens. If you do have a cable that pops while you're riding, you can always just fix it while you're on the road. Fortunately, I don't have that option because I'm gonna have to buy another cable. But you know, it is what it is. But definitely drop your experiences below on what you do with your clutch cables. If you have a spare, do you keep it on the seat? You know, I think that's the thing for a lot of people, but I would like to know what you guys think. And if you have a story about, I guess, a clutch cable popping while you're riding, it's not uncommon, but it's definitely something that doesn't happen to a lot of people. It's definitely a pucker up moment. But yeah, that's my lesson for today. Check your cables, make sure that they're good, but I'm probably gonna go for a ride later on to test the cable out, make sure everything's good. Because like I said, right now out there, it's just too hot. I went out earlier to the store. I don't know if I actually even saw a bike, because in metro areas and cities, you know, when you're actually moving on country back roads, it's good. But when you're sitting at stoplights and you got other cars around you, it's just hot. It's just unbearably hot. Because all the bikes around here, they either ride in the mornings or they ride in the afternoon. So what's going to end up happening, I'll probably go out for a little ride later, test the cable out, and see how everything goes. But definitely let me know what y'all think in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.